we're gonna look up. She got her Myers-Briggs.
I did it.
I don't know if you found it or you had to read.
So part of my personality, I don't read instructions. I don't read directions. So I did all the tests, and then I was like, where are my results? And it didn't show it to me because there's like 12 pages of explaining your results. And I was like, click, 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 click. I give up. So I had to get to the bottom of the 12 pages. And I got there.
And then it gives you...
And then it gave me my results, yeah.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, I'm like, ugh.
Like, only Jake would read all this.
No, literally, yes, he would.
Jake and Jared, right?
Yes.
So her husband's name is Jake.
Yes.
Jacob. And my son's name is Jared. It was funny, we were at Gavin this weekend in Cloudcroft, and I just massacred him in a board game. and then I went outside to smoke a cigar, and I came back in, and both of them were like this,
reading the instructions.
And I said, because I'm very unpolite, as I said, I was like, yeah, look at you guys. You have to study the rule book to win. So I've never read a rule book in my life.
That's so funny.
And they were like, and then they destroyed me in the next one.
Yeah, they did. They got you.
They got me back.
Yeah. I walked up from the bottom story and Jake's just like vigorously reading this. I'm like, what are you guys already played. Like, why are you reading it?
He's like highlighting, taking notes. He has another piece of paper. He's like, what's this piece of paper? Yeah.
No, he reads instructions on everything. Like a macaroni box. We've made macaroni so many times, but he'll read it. He's like, you're doing it wrong. I'm like, it tastes the same.
Yeah, no, I don't like to read instructions. I feel like it's more work.
Yeah. I could figure it out.
Yeah.
A lot of times I don't. Have you ever built IKEA furniture?
Yes.
And did you succeed?
My whole office is IKEA furniture.
But did you do it?
Yes, okay. I did it, and I didn't do all of it, but I hired most of it.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
I did probably 20% of it.
Okay.
But I hired 2 people to do it, but I figured out a couple of them myself, and it was... Luckily, there's pictures.
There are pictures, and that helps.
I can follow pictures.
Yeah.
I think I'm like Egyptian or something. Everything.
You need hieroglyphics. That makes sense.
Okay, let's see your results. Let me see what you got.
All right.
Tell me what you got.
What you really got.
And then I'll kind of go through mine. I have mine here on the thing. Oh. And you actually did the legit one.
I did.
Okay.
I paid $50 for it.
Okay, so she got an ENFJ.
For the Myers-Briggs.
That's interesting. Test. So it's very similar. The extrovert, I'm extroverted, and then the intuition.
That's the N.
That's the N, which is kind of weird, but it's because there's another N. So okay, so there's intuition, and then there's there's introversion, which is the opposite of extroversion. Mm-hmm. So we're both extrovert. Mm-hmm. I wasn't surprised about that. Yeah. You have the N, which is intuitive, and that's where they had to switch it to an N because it would be 2 I's. Mm-hmm. So it was not 2 N's, it's 2 I's. Okay. And so the N says taking in information by seeing patterns in the big picture with a focus on future possibilities. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty interesting. So
I do really like the future.
Yeah. It's not the forest.
Yeah.
So we see the forest, not the tree. Yeah. It's kind of that's the same struggle I have. Is I'm like with my head in the clouds. You know, like my teachers used to tell me, like, what are you doing? You know, and why aren't you paying attention? Because this is boring. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to learn about conjugated vowels. Like, I don't give a crap about conjugated vowels or a period and a comma and a semicolon. I don't care where they go at all. You know, it's like the instructions. Yeah. It's like, just give me a table built. Like, how much for you to build it?
It's funny to hear you say that because that's how I am too. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know where commas go. Like, I could.
Yeah.
But I don't care.
I don't want to focus my energy. Yeah. I just feel like there's better things to do with life. And luckily we were born in this generation. Yeah. Because if we were born like 50 years ago, we'd be in trouble.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
So there's a good book I read. It's called A Whole New Mind. And it's about that the last 50, 100 years were controlled by the real meticulous, dutiful, dot the I's, cross the T's people.
Yeah.
But the next generation is going to be controlled by the creative types.
Yeah.
And the creative types, the reason there's going to be controlled is because they won't be able to outsource it to India or to the Philippines or to China. Because creativity, you just can't outsource. You just can't. You can't translate creativity to a cultural thing. So what it was talking about is like art or music or graphic design. And this book was written before like videographers was a thing.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Photographers were like, it's like who knew a photographer, right?
Yeah.
And now we know like a million photographers.
Yeah.
Like I never like thought of like photography as a profession.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe if you were like in Africa taking pictures of like gorillas or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like not as like walking on the street and this, oh, look at this angle and the light. No, like never. When I was a kid, it was like you get a degree, you get a job. You know what I mean? Like it was never about like this idea of creativity, but you can see it merging.
Definitely.
Like building NFTs. And long story short is like the creative types are going to be the next generation because everything is going to become computerized. That can be computerized, which is the skill set of that other personality, is that they can regurgitate information.
Yeah.
And then things that need to be like kind of like robotically created is going to be outsourced to other countries. So these people are going to more and more lose their jobs over time. And the only ones that are going to survive are going to be the creatives. Types.
So I could see that totally.
Right? Does it make sense, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of nuts to think about.